Annual expedition to summit Africa's highest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro, on Mandela Day, which is July 18th. So there's about, 6 days to go. Trek for Mandela brings together inspired individuals from corporate and public backgrounds to assist in raising funds and creating awareness for the Caring for Girls program. Let's find out more. We have two of the climbers in studio this morning. Tebogo, Kgonyane and Nolan Pillay joins me now live. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for your time. So, Tebogo, this is your second one?
This is my second one
this
year, and I'm looking forward for that. Yeah.
And Nolan, this will be your first
one.
It's your first. So trepidation, I guess, at this stage. How are you feeling?
Well, I actually feel great.
Yeah.
Very, very positive about it. Being the first one has been on my bucket list for a while now. In fact, it should have been a family of four, my wife and my two kids, to do it.
Right.
But the kids backed off, so it's just my wife and I that are climbing, which is Pillay as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've been working very hard. We've been training.
Right.
Sticking to the rules.
Okay.
I remember the first time we met Richard Mabaso, he basically says, guys, work hard towards this, and you will achieve your goals.
So this is one of Richard's brainchild as well, isn't it? As well as Sibusiso Villani.
That's right. So Richard, being the founder of Imbumba, he's an excellent visionary. He's thought about it from caring for girls right up to Trek 100 into developing a community leader in a community. So from underprivileged girls right through to someone with confidence who can inspire community, and that's what really we ascribe to. And we really trying to move on the vision. So he's planning in 2020 to reach 2 million girls. So it's a hard target to meet. But in this year's, we're targeting 1 million girls, and this is our contribution to the cause.
Right. Tell us about you personally, and what motivates you. Why do this?
Look, to be honest, I can't remember the pain from last year. I didn't.
There's no muscle memory.
There's no muscle memory at all. So I've got 10 reasons why I want to do this. But I mean, fundamentally, it's about the transformation that it had on me as a person. I mean, I can't remember the pain. I can't tell you. All I can remember is the call that exists on summit night. But more importantly is, if we want to be on the journey of a girl child not being this sort of topic not existing anymore, we got to do something as individuals. And for me personally, it's that transformational journey that elevates this sort of talks. It's no longer a taboo. It should no longer be a taboo to talk about sanitary pads,
especially guys.
Especially guys. I mean, I come from a rural world where it was a taboo. I couldn't talk about it. Today, I'm passionate about it. I talk about it. So that transformation is quite critical.
I remember doing a broadcast once a couple of years ago and talking about menstrual support and menstrual hygiene, and I got a lot of pushback on social media saying that why is a guy talking about this, shouldn't be able, but I guess it's important, Nolan, for us to understand the issues that women go through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If I go back to my school days as well, I remember when the girls used to have a so-called accident back then, the guys used to just laugh about it. But they didn't realize that these girls were really embarrassed. And when I think back on it now, I just think, I could have offered more support towards a girl at the time. But I was just so naive at the time. Like we said, it's new, so we want to make a difference now.
So it's your first climb. You spoke about sticking to the rules. What's the preparation like in order to summit?
Well, Imbumba supports us with 5 compulsory trainings. So being the Drakensberg, you got to do all of the training. Over and above that, you got to do your own personal training. Because remember, the more you train, the more you're going to be confident that you're going to achieve your climb. Now, it's not only the physical training that's important to us. We do a lot of mental training. We do a lot of meditation. I follow something called persistence and perseverance, which I go through all the time. Because we know for a fact, on the last day, your mental attitude is going to take you to the top of that mountain.
So you're fighting basically with yourself as well. So the mental game, Tebogo, is very important. What's the elevation? What are we talking about here?
We're talking I think 5,985, which is just short of 6,000 meters.
And what sort of challenges does that pose?
You are going to experience a lack of oxygen slightly. So it's a person-to-person experience. For me personally, I didn't have altitude sickness, but it's almost a guarantee that you're going to have altitude sickness at that altitude levels. So I think
what's the symptom? What's altitude sickness?
It's you get vomits, headaches, severe headaches. But I mean, you can treat those things. I think for me, it's being able to take one step at a time. And if you can challenge yourself, this for me is a symbol of a challenge that we represent, right? So this is a good test for you physically and mentally. Are you committed to the cause? And it's a strong test.
No doubt there's great motivation, but there's real risk as well. This is a dangerous trek.
Look, I mean, Mbumba Foundation provides us with the specialties. We're surrounded by a medical doctor, at least until some Kibo Heart, which is 4/7. And from there, you're pretty much safe. Yes, there is an element of self-awareness. If you get sick, you have to say the right things. But ultimately, the package that is provided through Trek for Mandela is monitoring that constantly throughout.
You, Nolan, you did say that you were going to involve your kids as well. Is there age limit here to do this?
No age limit at all.
Right.
I think they were just a bit nervous about doing it. But it's been on our bucket list for a while. And it would have been really great. For me, it's really big because I'm actually the CEO of Straight Talk with Nolan at the same time. I've been on a journey in life, been through all the hardships and poverty, etc. And what Mbumba has allowed me to do is to be able to tackle Mount Kilimanjaro and express Straight Talk with Nolan in that sense. You know, Blaine, many people don't hear the African stories, right? So what Straight Talk with Nolan allows you to do is speak about the African stories, share it with the rest of the world. And me as a person, I've come through this long journey and I want to pass that on to the balance of South Africa. So therefore, I've got a trademark registered program called Be the Best Version of Yourself. And this is where I'm going to help the youngsters improve on themselves.
So just tell us, how can individuals get involved in order to help raise some money?
Yep, there's multiple ways. The best way, if you have access to our website, go to mbumbafoundation.org. Or alternately, you can support myself and Nolan on a number 42513, and then you can SMS that number with the word Tebogo or with the word Nolan, and that's how you can support us.
You know, Madiba, I think it says after climbing a great hill, there's many more hills to climb. And I guess it really talks to some of the challenges in terms of menstrual support and health, hygiene as well. So we really admire you guys' courage in taking on this challenge, and all the best for you. I would say break a leg, but I don't think that's appropriate.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. All right, that was Tebogo Kgonyane as well as Nolan Pillay, part of the Trek for Mandela team. It's an annual expedition to summit Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain in Africa, on Mandela Day, July 18th.